Hey friends, welcome to the video. So I had a lot of things about the version 2 wallet that I just did that I really wasn't super happy with. And the version 1 wallet also had some things that I wasn't super happy with, but both had merits about them that I enjoyed. So this is sort of my attempt at bringing those two versions together in a way that is perfect for me. So getting started, I really did miss something about the version 1, and that is that I missed having the pen on the outside here, because having this in my pocket, I really missed just being able to push up on a pen and have a pen in my pocket at all times. So that's something that I really ended up missing. So I brought it back. I didn't want a Fisher Space pen just because I don't really like those refills. So what I ended up going with is this Big Idea Designs titanium bolt action mini pen here. And this guy's awesome. You know, it's got the girth of the space pen that I was sort of missing, and it writes okay. You know, it rests just about fine right here. You know, I wouldn't want to write an essay with this thing by any means, but you know, it definitely does the job in a pinch, and it looks pretty cool. So I do dig the stone-washed look, because it matches my new flashlight, which is this Pokelit from Ace Beam. And what's important to note is that this is the gray version. Before, I had this Workos TS10, and I really love this flashlight. And I would say if you are a snob about, you know, your beam pattern and CRI, and you want all these different features and stuff, Workos TS10 is still definitely the way to go. But I do really love the simplicity of this Ace Beam Pokelit. And the other thing that I really like about this version in particular is if you buy the gray, for some reason, it gets a pretty substantial lumen boost there, and this thing is actually capable of putting out 1,000 lumens. It doesn't have a strobe mode. It doesn't have hardly anything. It's got a low, medium, and high, and that's about it. Just one click on, one click off, super simple. It does have a memory mode, so it'll come back to whatever you last had it at. What I really enjoy about it is this reversible pocket clip. The Workos TS10 also has a reversible pocket clip, but it sucks. So I've been really enjoying this big, nice, beefy pocket clip. And I've also been really enjoying this button back here. It's a super nice, super clicky button that is pretty hard to press, so it's not going to just come on in your pocket randomly. At least it hasn't for me yet, and I've been carrying this thing around for a couple months now. So, and shout out to Galen Leather Company off of Etsy for this fantastic wallet. This thing has just been holding up like a tank. I mean, the zipper still works like it's brand new. The leather is still great. Even the cloth is, you know, still in good condition. It did fray a little bit at one point, but you know, simple lighter will solve that for you. So opening up the wallet, you start to get to the goodies. There's my credit cards and stuff, as well as, you know, my ID and all of that. Back here, we've got a bobby pin tucked back here. This can be used as a makeshift tension wrench if I ever need one, or just, you know, anything else that a bobby pin is good for. This is my modified Swiss card. I went over it last time in my last video, but I'll go over it real quickly. I've got a lockpick set where the nail file typically goes, because this is the nail care version of the Swiss card. We've got 2 zip ties up here where the pen normally goes. Where the toothpick goes, I have a needle, as well as a actual wooden toothpick for making like small wood repairs and stuff. I've also got those awesome Victorinox scissors that I could just not live without. And the little Victorinox tweezers down there as well. It's also got this funky little thing that I don't know, could come in handy maybe, but I don't know, it's just kind of there. It's also got a magnifying glass, which has come in handy a couple times, so there's that. Okay, moving on to the flap section. If you flip up this flap, you're mated with the meat and potatoes of the whole thing, I guess. So here is the monstrosity, as I call it. This is a modified Leatherman Skeletool. I cut off the carabiner with a Dremel. I've been seeing a couple people online doing the same thing, and it kind of inspired this. Pardon, the messy filing and stuff. This is the first time I've attempted something like this, but I think it came out all right, It's a lot smaller than the original Skeletool, and feels incredible in the hand. I mean, the amount of difference that this makes is pretty stunning. And it's also a tiny bit lighter, so it's a little bit easier to carry around in the wallet. And yeah, that's basically it. A lot of people, I get so many comments constantly, just of people being like, "Why don't you use a power pint? Why don't you pick up a SOG power pint? Just get a SOG power pint." So I got a SOG power pint, and there's some things that I really was shocked by, like the fact that I really love this bit driver up here. I think it's super duper useful, and it works with the Leatherman bits too, so very interesting there. I carried this around for a couple weeks, and while I did find that the pliers are awesome, everything else about it kind of just let me down. Like, for example, this knife. I mean, I don't know. I feel like after I sharpen this thing 3 times, it's gonna be nothing, So I don't know. I just really, this knife does not give me any kind of confidence at all. And on top of that, the locking mechanism for these tools is really just a pain. I mean, you can press this in and unlock it that way, but you kind of have to open the tool, and it's a little goofy. Or you can bring out one of the other tools and then kind of put everything away like that, which isn't the biggest of deals, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit clunky, and I don't really like it. The file's kind of nice to have. The serrated blade, nice to have. I like that those are separate. These scissors came completely busted. I mean, these things are trash. These are the worst scissors I've ever dealt with. I don't know if this is just mine or if other people have similar issues, but man, these scissors, I don't know what it is with this spring, but it just will not stay in place. You kind of have to hold it, and even then, it just feels so kind of gross and horrible to use. So I really abhor those scissors for sure. Now, you might be thinking, well, it's not that big of a deal. The Skeletool doesn't even have scissors, and you might be right about that, but I don't know. There's something about having tools that I'm never going to use ever on me that I just gives me a bad taste in my mouth, So I do really like the power plant. I think it's got a lot of good things going for it. The pliers are awesome. The bit driver's awesome, but it's just not enough. That knife is just not substantial enough for me personally. So, okay, moving on. Yeah, cool modded Leatherman Skeletool. Something that I really missed about the version 1 was having a mini Bic lighter on me, because I was using that peanut lighter for a while, and I found that it was really only good for like 2, maybe 3 uses, and then after that it needed to be refilled. So it kind of just became a hassle. I actually ended up losing the thing entirely, I'll be perfectly frank. And I was just kind of sick of it. So I ended up going back to the mini Bic lighter. These things can last forever. These things can last for years as long as, you're not using it daily or whatever. So, but yeah, I've got all of my Leatherman bits strapped to this Bic lighter just for, easy storage. And also I can just slide out the bit that I want whenever, that opportunity arises. One of the things that I wasn't super happy about with the version 2 was this little miniature Tupperware container that I use to store just other little EDC bits and bobs. And after a while, after dropping it a couple times, it actually started to crack. So I quickly started scouring the internet for anything that was sort of this shape. And I kind of came up short for a long time. I could not find anything that was this small, but also, you know, this good use of space here, right? Until I started finding vintage / handmade pill boxes. And if you'll notice, this is like almost the exact same size and shape as this container. So it fits everything that the old container did fit. It fits a little level in there. There is some self-amalgamating tape that could come in handy with like a water leak or something like that. Also in here is a mini eyeglass screwdriver, and tucked in that self-amalgamating tape is a self-tapping screw with some thread wrapped around it, to be used with the needle that's in the Swiss card in case I ever need to, you know, patch up a hole in my clothes or something. So there is that. And I also keep a rubber band wrapped around it just to kind of reduce the friction so that it's not sliding around in there so much, you know, and lowers the chance that it's just gonna fall out when I unzip my wallet. So yeah, there's also a little safety pin right there, you know, it's good to have in a pinch. But yeah, that just about covers it, I believe. That's everything in my wallet. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you all take care. Bye.